Welcome, everybody. My name is Michael, and today we're discussing about some shocking news. This, unlike all the countless other times when there is a massive tragedy like this in America, it actually hits close to home. That's because it literally is right next to where I was growing up my entire life. And this is a place where you'd never expect this to happen. You know, it's an affluent community. There's very low crime rates. The police do a fantastic job over there. And it happened on a day where you would probably least expect it to happen. On a day where it's 4th of July, we're celebrating our independence. There was a parade. There was lots of kids and dogs and families. And you know, you're supposed to have barbecues and hot dogs and have a great time. And halfway through the parade, there was a mass tragedy that happened. So 6 people are currently deceased, and that number is expected to potentially grow because there are more than 24 victims still that have been injured, and the shooter is still at large. So he could be anywhere nearby, and that's the most terrifying thing, to be quite honest. Now, he did leave his gun, but we don't know who it is. We just know it's an 18 to 20-year-old male, most likely, just based off of descriptions, wearing a t-shirt, long black hair, white male. That's pretty much all we know. So it's very strange that with hundreds of police around, they weren't able to find him. So maybe he had this all planned out beforehand. Maybe he has some accomplice that's helping him out. Usually I don't record about this stuff unless it's something that's personal, but the reason I wanted to record this is it's absolutely terrifying. You know, I came back from Poland to America, and there's hundreds of shootings every year. And then when you get into, higher casualty numbers, then it starts talking about mass shootings and it gets political and whatnot. But this is right next to home. This is what thousands of people deal with, because one day you're watching it on the news, the next day it could be happening right to you. You never know. You could go to a grocery store. You could go to a parade. You could go, fill up your car at the gas station, and this happens. You never know when it can happen, and you can never be prepared for it. It's shocking because this happened in Highland Park, which is right next to where I grew up. I had many friends from Highland Park, and we still don't know the victims. I don't know if there's somebody who potentially went to our school, who potentially was there that I knew, who is a friend of someone that I knew. I don't know. One of the victims was released, and that was a grandfather. Rest in peace. But we don't know. So it's absolutely a scary thought. This is literally like 2 miles away from where I grew up, and it's just a shocking thing. 2-3 miles away. Now I moved a little bit further now, but I'm still like 15, 20 minutes away, and I pass by there every week. It's a beautiful place. Beautiful houses that can be up to 10 million bucks, and the average cost of a home is 744,000. That's what the Daily Mail said. I mean, this is a community where it shouldn't happen, and yet it did. It can happen in any community, and that's the scariest thing. If you come from Europe, you're not used to this because this doesn't really happen over there. Here, it's just a normal occurrence, and it's like, what do you do? I've been inside the whole day, so it's not like I'm afraid that anything's going to happen, but you don't know. Maybe the shooter is literally right at the gas station across. Maybe he's trying to flee. You don't know where he is. That's the crazy thing. I'm very curious to see how this will play out. Hopefully they catch him pretty soon. I'm curious why he did it, who it is. Was there any accomplices? Was there anybody that I knew there? Most likely not. Hopefully not. But no matter who it was that lost their lives today, rest in peace. I don't want to take away from the situation. It's absolutely tragic, and I had a different video planned for today. It's just, again, this is a town that just sits so close to home. I mean, the shooter could have done it literally in my hometown. He could have drove a little bit, and that's what I'm curious about. It makes me wonder: is it someone who lived in Highland Park, who was growing up in Highland Park, who went to Highland Park High School? Why did this teen choose this place? And it's probably the same questions that happen anywhere. So you have to be very vigilant. It's a scary time that we're alive in, that you can go to a grocery store and you have to watch where the exits are. I mean, I don't know what else to say. So just stay safe, everyone. Stay inside. And I just don't know. It's crazy to see that I always knew that Chicago was turning more and more dangerous, and that's also a sad thought. I don't really go down there anymore. It's too loud, it's too noisy, and there are shootings every day in Chicago, but suddenly they're coming to the north side, and I knew people from other schools around my school that went down to Chicago, and there was one person who was shot by a stray bullet. That was in downtown Chicago. That was many years ago. One of my friends from high school, his father was unfortunately targeted for his wallet downtown. This was many years back, and he was ambushed. And they did not have guns, but they did have knives, and they stabbed him, and he never made it out. They stole everything he had, and it's a tragic story. It's absolutely tragic. And the guy was insanely smart. Went to Ivy League, had a very promising career. Like, I think he was a rocket scientist or something crazy like that. And his life ended. It's just insane. Chicago and many cities around us, they're just getting worse and worse, and the crime rates are going up. And anyways, thanks for watching. Stay safe. If you have anything that you'd like to add in, write that down in the comment section below. And rest in peace to all those who lost their lives today. Hopefully it does stop at 6, but we don't know. Wish all the best. A quick recovery to those who are in the hospital right now. Again, it's terrifying. It's literally right next to where I grew up. You would never expect that. And I guess this can come to any town in America. Absolutely insane. So, bye.